So you're in a bit of a slump. Maybe it's not a bit of a slump, maybe it's a big slump. Maybe it feels like it's been forever since you signed your last lease. Oh, doesn't that feel terrible? Isn't that horrible? We show up to work every day and we're hopeful that things are going to turn around, and we just can't seem to get out of this slump. Well, I'm going to give you 4 tips right now that will help any leasing consultant get out of a slump and start to sign more leases. I want you to be winning. I want you to get those leases. Hey everybody, I'm Matt Easton, the founder of Leasing University, the #1 sales training platform in the world that helps leasing agents sign more leases. Let me talk to you about 4 steps that you can take to get out of any slump if you're experiencing a slump. I don't care what market you're in or what type of apartments you're renting. This process, these 4 steps are going to help you get out of that slump. First things first, step #1, you have to make sure that you're getting leads. With our industry, this is not something that you can, open the yellow pages and cold call your way to leases. Hey, are you thinking about moving? It doesn't work. You've got to have leads coming in. Now, for many of you, this was probably not an issue, but check and make sure that you're getting enough leads, that your phone is ringing with enough hot qualified prospects. My favorite company, if you need leads, I like Multifamily Traffic, okay? They run Google Ads campaigns that just make the phones ring off the hook with hot qualified prospects. Whether you use Multifamily Traffic or use something else, step #1, you gotta make sure you've got enough leads. Okay, so we've got that out of the way. You've got your leads, but you're still in a slump. Step #2, and this is what I want everybody to do right now, whether you're in a slump or not. You need to take audit and you need to review, do I have a process? Ask yourself right now, do I have a process? What do I mean by a process? Do I have a system in place, a game plan, a roadmap, a process for how I handle every single phone call that comes in, how I work with prospects, how I identify their wants and needs, how I build value in my apartments? How do I close? What's my process for closing? Do I have a simple, repeatable process for closing? When I do my consulting and I work with portfolios, or when I work with leasing agents one-on-one, the first big hole that I find for everybody that's in a slump is they don't have a process. They've got a great attitude and they work really hard, but I say, hey, what's your process? What do you say when you answer the phone? How do you determine wants and needs? Walk me through your close. Let's say I'm a prospect. How do you close me? And for the most part, they simply wing it. They've got a great attitude, they've got great energy, and they're really, really hard workers. But if you don't have a process, and you're simply working hard versus working smart, that's gonna be the biggest thing. That's the biggest reason why you're in a slump right now. So I want you to ask yourself, do I have a process? If you have a process, great. If you don't have a process, check out leasinguniversity.com. We've got the #1 process in the world. I would love it if you checked out our process, okay? But first and foremost, you've got to have a process. All right, tip #3. Huge one, you can make a difference right now today. I want you to reprioritize, and I want you to make this paramount. I want you to make this your theme for this day, for this week, and this month, and you will get more leases. I want you to make the phone paramount to everything else that is going on at the property. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is, unless the community is currently on fire, when that phone rings, you are racing to pick up that phone. I don't care if you're working with a current resident, if you're working with a prospect, you say, hey, can you hold on 1 second? It's a great day at Meadows Apartments. What can I get you information on? And you are racing to pick up the phone. So many times when I do consulting with leasing agents or when a portfolio brings me in to help them get out of the slump, I'll spend a few minutes just kind of quietly in the corner of the leasing office, and 1, 2, 3 calls. I'll hear the phone ringing, bring, bring, bring. Nobody will answer it. It will go to voicemail. I'll ask them, hey, I'm just curious, why didn't you answer that phone call? Oh, well, you know, Rick in maintenance, we were having a discussion with the water pressure. Or Suzanne, one of our current residents, you know, she's having a problem with the dog barking next door, and so I was talking to Suzanne. In all of those situations, even if you're in the process of signing a lease, it is okay for you to say, would you hold on 1 second? Can you hold on 1 second, Rick? Can you hold on 1 second, Suzanne? Can you hold on 1 second, Mr. Prospect, who's in the process of signing your lease? It's a great day at Meadows Apartments. What can I get you information on? And then take that caller through your quick summarized process to get their name, their number, what they're looking for, what's most important to them, and then call them back. If you want to get out of a slump, you're never going to get out of that slump until you make answering the phone a priority. So I need you to do that. Try it out just for 1 week. Comment below. If you race, I want you to race and be like, hey, what's up with so-and-so? She's like running to grab the phone. Yeah, well, she's going to dominate you. She's going to get more leases. She's going to get herself not only out of a slump, but she's going to be the #1 leasing agent in this portfolio simply by racing to get to the phone. The phone is paramount to everything else that you do. So do that. Tip number 4, you're in a slump. Things aren't going well. I want you to offer to help somebody else. If you're in a slump at your property and there's other leasing agents, there's other property managers, there's your assistant manager, there's your property manager, I want you to talk to your entire team and say, hey guys, I'm in a slump. What prospects are you working with? How can I help? Do you want me to make some follow-up calls for you? I don't need anything. I'm not looking for any rewards on this. I just want to help you. Whenever I've been in a slump in my career, when I've offered to help other people free of charge, just be honest with them. Say, listen, I'm in a slump. I haven't gotten a lease in 3 days. I need to get out of this slump. Give me 4 prospects that you're working with. Let me follow up. By creating that activity and helping somebody else, it's going to build momentum. And it's going to build confidence, and it's going to help get your mind out of that slump. So offer to help somebody. Now, let's say you're a one-man or a one-woman show, right? And you're the only person leasing apartments at your community. If your portfolio has other communities, call your regional manager, call your portfolio manager, call your owner and say, listen, boss, I'm in a bit of a slump right now. I'm trying to build some momentum. I'm trying to string together some wins. Can I make some follow-up calls for some of the other properties that we have in our portfolio? Offer to help those other properties. Not only is it going to get yourself out of a slump, but look at how good you're going to look to your team, to your owners, to your investors. Wow, this gal is really going above and beyond and offering to help. So offer to help. I promise you, it will get you out of a slump. And then other people are going to see what you did, and when they're in a slump, guess what they're going to do? They're going to offer to help you. I hope this helps. So real quick summary, make sure you got enough leads coming in. If you don't, figure that out. I recommend call multifamily traffic, but do whatever you want on there. Make sure you've got enough leads. Make sure that you've got a process in place. If you don't have a process, check out Leasing University. What are you doing going to work every day without a process? Can you imagine that'd be like a football team without a playbook? Okay, run. Make the phones paramount to everything else. Run and race to the phones. Give me 1 week, just 1 week. If you do this for 1 week, I guarantee you, you will see massive changes. And lastly, do what? Offer to help somebody else, whether it's somebody there in your property, helping them with their prospects, or calling for your other communities in your portfolios. Offer to do that follow-up for them. Offer to help schedule their appointments. You are going to build momentum. You are going to get better. I know all 4 of these steps are going to help you tremendously. Please, if you even work in the zip code of this industry, subscribe to this channel. It's all about you. It's all about helping you. I'll put a link to multifamily traffic below. There'll of course be a link to Leasing University. below. If you have any questions at all, feel free to call Leasing University. Feel free to call my office, 888-735-7451. Whatever you need information on, comment below. I will answer all of your questions. And until the next video, my name is Matt Easton. I'm the founder of Leasing University. And what do I want? I want two things. I want you to be great, and I want you to get those leases. I'll see you on the next video, everybody. Hey Siri, call Camden Lansdowne Apartments.
For resident services, press 3. For leasing information, press 4. If you would like to leave a voicemail for the community, press. If you would like us to hold your place in line and call you back, please press 1. Otherwise, stay on the line.
Wow, so they're sending this to a call center. Is there a perfect apartment in the world? Absolutely not. Here's what I believe. In every single interaction that you and your people have, a sale takes place.
I think this type of training is very important.
It really teaches you not to be intimidated.
This is important work.
This training really impacts me because
we're not in the real estate business. We're in the people business first.
You know, our industry is always evolving and changing.
We're interested in doing a lot of training here at Lerner.
What we're doing is affecting people's lives. Whether you guys believe this, whether you care about it or not, it's the truth. You're helping people find a home. "500 of the top property management companies work with Leasing University. We conduct 100 live apartment leasing training events per year. We help our clients sign over 100,000 additional leases per year, adding $2 billion to their revenue. Leasing consultants that have access to Leasing University lease 7 times more apartments than the rest of the industry. Leasing University is new. Leasing University is game-changing, and Leasing University will get you 7 times more leases. Listen, the apartment industry has changed. The way people rent apartments today is totally different than it was yesterday. Today's renter has more access to information, and they've got more choices in apartments than they've ever had before. If you're struggling to get leases, it's most likely not your location, it's not your amenities, and it's not your price. It's your sales training. If you've been made to sit through a boring class or unrealistic online training, and you're not getting the skills that you need to work with renters, to help you handle their objections, and to make sure you close the lease and rent the apartment, well, that ends today with Leasing University. Our simple, fun, and exciting step-by-step online training and live events will give you the skills and confidence that you need to lease 7 times more apartments. Earn your Certified Leasing Consultant Credential in less than 30 days with Leasing University. Simply click on the link to get started and head over to leasinguniversity.com now to start your training.